You have spent your entire life looking at the horizon. Sagittarius, you are the eternal seeker of the Zodiac. You are the one who truly believes that the next mountain peak, the next far-off city, or the next rare book holds the final secret to everything. You have spent the last few months feeling like a wild bird kept in a cage that was just a few inches too small. You've been going through the motions, paying the bills, and nodding your head at the mundane, but your soul has been pacing back and forth behind your ribs. You've felt a strange, persistent itch under your skin, feeling that the world around you has become too small, too quiet, and far too predictable for a spirit as vast as yours. But look at the compass now. The needle is finally about to stop spinning. February 2026 is the month where the search officially ends and the arrival begins. While everyone else is trying to figure out where they are, you are being shown exactly where you are going. We are approaching a cosmic event I call the Arrow's Landing. It is a specific rare shift happening in the final week of February that will take a project or a dream you launched 7 long years ago, perhaps one you even forgot about, and finally bring it to the ground as a solid, physical, and profitable reality. There are 3 massive, shocking surprises waiting for you in the wild winds of February. One is a legal miracle, or a formal document that clears your path to travel, move, or expand your business internationally. One is a sudden genetic revelation, a piece of news about your family tree or your heritage that explains exactly why you have this unquenchable hunger for freedom. And the third is the key of the horizon, a secret I will reveal only at the very end of our journey today. A specific life-altering offer you will receive on February 27th. That turns your wanderlust into a permanent wealth empire. The horse is saddled, the bow is drawn, the wind is at your back. Let's look at the new world you are about to discover. Part 1, the architecture of the mind, Saturn and Neptune. The surprise of the masterpiece. We have to start with the most explosive and structural shift in the atmosphere. On February 13th, 2026, Saturn, the planet of structure, discipline, and long-term legacy, moves into the sign of Aries. For you, Sagittarius, Aries represents your 5th house. This is the house of your creativity, your romance, your joy, and your unique self-expression. For the last several years, your creativity has likely felt like a fire burning in a house with no chimney. You've had the heat and you've had the passion, but the smoke was getting in your eyes and making it hard to see the way forward. You've had a million brilliant ideas for businesses, for art, or for new ways of living, but you often lack the cold, hard discipline to finish them. When Saturn moves into Aries on the 13th, the universe hands you a cosmic hammer. This is the surprise of the masterpiece. You are going to find a sudden, intense, and almost superhuman focus. You might wake up one morning and decide to finally finish that book, launch that YouTube channel, or turn your favorite hobby into a high-level professional brand. Saturn is bringing weight and authority to your whims. You are no longer just playing around with your talents. You are building a legacy that will outlast you. This is the month the amateur becomes the professional. The alchemy of romance. But Saturn is not traveling alone. He is joining Neptune, the planet of dreams, spirits, and divine visions at the 0-degree point of Aries. This is the genesis point of the stars. The surprise here is an alchemy of romance. You are going to realize in a flash of insight that love is not just a feeling, it is a vision. You might look at your partner or a potential lover and see a future that looks like a masterpiece. If you are single, you are moving away from chasing the next excitement and toward manifesting a true soulmate who shares your vision of the world. The Arrow's Landing is starting to affect your heart. You are moving from the hunt for someone to the home with someone. You are realizing that the greatest adventure isn't always a new person, but a deeper connection with the right one. Part 2, the social technology, the Aquarius conjunction, the communication revolution. While your creative soul is being turned into iron and gold, your voice and your environment are catching a massive high-tech fire. In February, an incredibly rare gathering occurs. 5 planets, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the North Node are all huddling together in the sign of Aquarius. For you, Sagittarius, Aquarius is your 3rd house. This is the house of communication, logic, siblings, neighbors, and the local scene. The surprise in this area is a communication revolution. You have been trying to explain your complex ideas and your wild visions to people for a long time, but it often felt like you were speaking a language from the future that no one else understood. The Aquarius conjunction is like a massive software update for your brain. You might suddenly find a new way to use technology, a new app, a new digital platform, or a new way of writing. That makes your message go viral or finally reach the people you've been trying to connect with. Or you might find that your local neighborhood suddenly becomes the most exciting intellectual place on Earth. The surprise is how much influence you suddenly have over the people immediately around you. This cluster of planets is giving you the power to be the teacher of the future. You are the one who finally explains the new world to everyone else, and they are finally ready to listen. Part 3, the solar eclipse, the great eraser of small talk, the sudden exit of noise. Mark February 17th on your calendar with a bright, fiery, and permanent circle. This is the day of the solar eclipse in Aquarius. This is happening in your 3rd house of the mind and the message. The surprise on the 17th is a sudden exit of mental noise. An eclipse is a cosmic eraser. It moves through your mental space and rubs out the distractions and the petty dramas that have been keeping you from focusing on your big idea. Something or someone that has been a mental drain or a constant source of shallow conversation is going to be eclipsed out of your life in an instant. As a Sagittarius, you love to talk. You love to share your stories. But sometimes you share your pearls with people who don't even see the value in them. The eclipse is going to take those people away to make room for your true tribe. You might leave a toxic group chat, block someone who drains your energy, or simply realize that a certain social circle is too shallow for your depth. This is a great doorway moment. The universe is clearing the frequency of your life so you can clearly hear the key of the horizon at the end of the month. On this day, do not fight the silence. The quieter you are on the 17th, the further your arrow will fly on the 28th. Part 4, the heart sanctuary, Venus in Pisces, the healing hearth. Let's talk about your private world, the place where you take off your boots and put down your bow. In February, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is moving through the mystical, watery sign of Pisces. For you, Pisces is your 4th house. This is the house of your home, your family, your mother, and your ancestral roots. The surprise here is the healing hearth. Usually, Sagittarius wants to be out there. You want to be on the road, in the wind, in the next city. But Venus in Pisces is making your home feel like a sacred temple rather than a waiting room. You might find yourself having a deep, late-night conversation with a parent or a family member that finally heals a wound that has been festering since your childhood. Or you might find the literal dream home you've been looking for. A place near water, a place with a view, or a place that just feels limitless inside. Venus in Pisces represents divine compassion. You're going to realize that your freedom doesn't come from running away from your past. It comes from having a base that you truly love and feel safe in. The surprise of February is that you might actually want to stay home. You are finding the adventure in the intimacy. You are moving from escape to embrace. You are realizing that home is not a cage, but the launch pad for your next flight. Part 5, the financial expansion, the North Node, gift discovery of wealth in the mundane. One of the most exciting and unexpected surprises of February involves the North Node of Destiny sitting in your 3rd house of local trade and information. The surprise is a discovery of wealth in the mundane. You have been looking for the big score in far-off places, in risky investments, or in foreign lands. But in February, you are going to realize that there is a gold mine sitting right under your feet. It might be a piece of information you've known for years that suddenly becomes incredibly valuable to someone else. It might be a person in your local community who wants to invest heavily in your ideas. Or it might be a resale or trade opportunity that brings in a large sum of money very quickly. As a Sagittarius, you are the sign of the gambler and the prophet. This month, your prophecy about a local trend or a small business is going to come true. This windfall is the fuel for your arrows landing. It is the money you need to finally manifest the creative project that Saturn is helping you build. You aren't just getting a check. You are getting proof from the universe that your intuition is a legitimate money-making machine. Part 6, the Mars surge, the power of the pitch. The unstoppable pitch. Mars, the planet of action, courage, and raw drive, is also sitting in that powerful Aquarius cluster in your communication sector. For your daily life, this means your drive is coming directly from your intellect. The surprise is your new unstoppable pitch. You are going to find that when you speak, people simply cannot help but listen. You have a magnetic authority this month that is undeniable. You aren't just talking, you are commanding the energy of the room. Between February 10th and February 22nd, you are going to have a power meeting or a sales moment. The surprise is how effortlessly you get the yes. You have been trying to convince people of your worth and your talent for a long time, sometimes feeling like you're banging your head against a wall. Mars is telling you that the time for convincing is over. You just need to state the facts and show your work. You are moving from the question of am I good enough to the conclusion of I am the best for this. Your confidence is your currency this month. Part 7, the Mercury retrograde shadow, the inner map, return of the ancestral secret. On February 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, begins its retrograde journey in the sign of Pisces. For you, this happens in your 4th house of home and family, while the rest of the world is panicking about lost luggage. For you, this is a spirit quest. The surprise here is the return of the ancestral secret. You are going to find an old, forgotten letter, a dusty photo, or hear an old story from a relative that explains exactly why you are the way you are. It's like finding the missing piece of your own puzzle. This is also a time where someone from your hometown or your past might reach out, but as a Sagittarius, you know that you can't go back to the person you were before you saw the world. The surprise is that this person is returning just to show you how much of the world you have already conquered. You don't want the old life. You want the integration of who you were with the powerful person you have become. Use this time to review your internal foundation. If you have been too busy searching for a home to actually live in the one you have, the retrograde will force you to sit still and appreciate the roots you've grown. It's a superpower moment where you realize that your greatest journey is not across the ocean, but into the depths of your own heart. Part 8, the arrows landing, deep wisdom, the target moment. As we sit here together in the bright, electric, and adventurous energy of February, I want to talk directly to the part of you that still feels restless. I know that you have been through the wilderness more times than you can count. I know that you are the sign that feels you must keep moving just to feel alive. And frankly, you are exhausted by the constant motion. But I want you to look at the arrow. It is beautiful, it is fast, and it is elegant when it is flying through the air. But its true purpose is to hit the target and stand still. The surprises of this month, the Saturn creative mastery, the Aquarius mental revolution, and the Venus hearth healing are all designed to give you your target moment. You are being moved from the wandering traveler to the settled master, but in a very cool Sagittarius way. Trust the ending of the mental noise on the 17th. Trust the return of the family wisdom. You aren't being tied down or restricted, you are being anchored. The universe is giving you a base so that your spirit can reach even higher than before. You are the only sign that has the magic to have roots and wings at the exact same time. You are the one the stars trust with the golden compass because they know you'll always find the way. Part 9, Career. The shift from explorer to expert wisdom as product. Let's look deeper into your professional path because a master needs an empire. This month, the surprise is that your experience is your most valuable product. You have spent a lot of time learning, traveling, and gathering random pieces of information from every corner of the world. The Aquarius cluster is pushing you to stop learning and start teaching. You might be offered a high-level role as a consultant, a keynote speaker, a writer, or a coach. The surprise is how much more people are willing to pay for your wisdom and your vision than they ever did for your labor. You are being recognized as the philosopher king or philosopher queen of your industry. Someone very high up, perhaps an Aries figure in a position of great power, is going to realize that they cannot win their next battle without your global perspective. You aren't looking for a job this month. You are looking for a platform. You are the one who sees the big picture that everyone else is missing because they're too close to the ground. Part 10, Health, the vitality of the breath. Upgrading oxygen, your health this month is about expansion. Because you have so much air, Aquarius, and fire, Aries energy in your chart, your lungs, your breath, and your blood are the focal points of your vitality. You need fresh air and wide open spaces more than any other sign this month. The surprise health breakthrough is the power of the breath. You will find that when you engage in deep breathing exercises, or even just spend 30 minutes in nature, your physical energy doubles instantly. It's like you're a solar-powered battery. Around the 17th during the eclipse, you might feel a sudden need to exhale something heavy. Not just air, but mental and emotional stress. You might need to go for a run until you are out of breath, or just find a place to shout. Your body is upgrading its oxygen capacity. You need to clear out the old carbon of the past few years to make room for the new fire of your masterpiece. By the end of the month, you will feel lighter in your body. You are literally preparing for a liftoff into a new way of being. Part 11, the key of the horizon, the secret of February the 27th, the gate of expansion. We have reached the part of the journey I promised you, the key of the horizon. On February 27, 2026, a very rare and mathematically perfect alignment occurs between your ruling planet, Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, and the Sun. The surprise is a massive offer of expansion. You are going to receive a piece of news, a formal contract, or a gate that opens to a world you truly thought was closed to you forever. It is a key that fits a door you've been looking at, perhaps with longing, for 7 long years. You will find out that a risk you took a long time ago, a risk that everyone else told you was stupid or impractical, has finally, spectacularly paid off. The yes you've been waiting for, the one that changes the geography of your life, is finally here. The key of the horizon is the ultimate proof that when you follow your own truth and your own compass, the world eventually has no choice but to catch up to you. You don't have to adjust to the world anymore, Sagittarius. The world is finally adjusting to you. On February 27th, look for the number 9. As the 9th sign of the Zodiac, this is your frequency. 909 on a clock, a 9 order change, or a 9th floor meeting. This is the divine sign that your new world is officially open and ready for you to lead it. Part 12. Advice for the arriving seeker graduating freedom. As you step into your new kingdom and claim your arrow's landing, the old road might try to call you back. You might feel a tug of intense nostalgia for the days when you had no responsibilities, no destination, and nothing but the wind. I want you to hear that fear, acknowledge it, and then let it go with a smile. You aren't losing your freedom, Sagittarius. You are graduating to a much higher and more powerful form of it. True freedom is not having nowhere to go. True freedom is having a kingdom to rule and the power to expand it. You can be committed to your masterpiece without being caged by it. You are the architect now. Stay focused on your iron focus. Stay focused on your watery, compassionate heart. February is about sacred purpose, and that means being the absolute master of your own journey. You are no longer the lost wanderer. You are finally the wise guide. The closing, claiming the landing. You are the spirit and the breath of the Zodiac. You are the one who reminds the rest of us that there is always more to see, always more to learn, and always more to love. February 2026 is the month where the universe says, "You've seen enough, Sagittarius. Now it's finally time to be." The surprises of this month are not tests of your endurance. They are trophies of your faith. You have survived the long search, you have crossed the wilderness, and now you are receiving the prize. If you are a Sagittarius and you are hearing my voice right now, I want you to claim your landing. Go to the comments right now and type the words, "I claim my arrow's landing." By typing these words, you are telling the stars that you are ready to stop pacing and start building. You are telling the horizon that you are ready to be the center of your own world. Don't forget to like this video and join our Soul Traveler family here. We are going to be walking the arrow's path together all year long, and I want you with me. You are adventurous, you are wise, you are infinite.